why does nobody talk about how terrifying reborn babies are? Like, I was on TikTok yesterday, just scrolling, minding my own business. I see a mom rocking her child. I'm like, aw, that's sweet. I open the comments and people are saying, oh, nice reborn baby. I'm like, excuse me? Reborn what? So I look it up. And y'all, if you don't know what a reborn baby is, do yourself a favor. Actually, no, don't. Because the second you search it, you're going to see some of the creepiest dolls in existence. These things look so real, it's unsettling. And listen, I could maybe understand a teenager having one, whatever, but grown adults, collecting them, rocking them, feeding them actual formula, putting diapers on them like they're alive, that's when it gets weird.
That baby looks so real. And I mean, you get to pop the sack. Oh my God, and it's not gonna stop there. Like, people are gonna start getting equipment so that they can wear it, which they already have. But, oh my God, can you imagine? Like, they're gonna be trying to give birth themselves to the fake baby. It's gonna be a whole thing. It may be already. Tell me if you've seen it or not.
Like, really weird. Imagine you're talking to a girl, she's got a stroller. You're like, oh, what's your baby's name? She says, Samantha. You lean down to say hi, and this doll just stares at you blank, lifeless eyes, no response. Nah, absolutely not. I don't play with that. Reborn babies are nightmare fuel.
I have been trying to figure out what that was, so I took like a screenshot of it and I put it into Google and it said it was the dark crystal, but it's definitely not the dark crystal. I found that over on X and I was like, well, isn't this just the truth in plain sight? So I didn't know if anybody knows what it might be, if it's AI or whatever the case may be, because I can't find anything on it so far.
Welcome back to Dark Dive Reacts. Today we'll be watching some videos that challenge the narrative and leave you questioning your reality. Viewer discretion is advised. All claims are alleged. And this is for entertainment purposes only. Let's take a dark dive.
Pizzagate is real. My name's John. I would never unalive myself. I am being extremely censored right now, so please like, share, and hit the follow button if you're seeing this video. By the way, if you're seeing this video, you are the resistance. Time to step the fuck up. We're just going to run through some pictures here of Pizzagate. Well, listen, this is Comet Pizza's social media account. Now, Comet Pizza, for those living under a rock, is the pizza place associated with Frazzle Drip and all these things. We need to start accepting this shit is real. They're telling us it's real. The Epstein files show us these things are happening. Stop denying it. Let's face this shit head on. Here's the fuck. I'm not even going to give commentary. I'm just going to roll the clips, and you should be thoroughly fucking disgusted by it. And then we can have a conversation about what we should do. Because this shit is fucking cooked, bro. So cooked.
I feel like we should go through those one by one together.
I went too deep. Have you heard of the prison planet theory? Well, guess who just learned about it? Yeah. I didn't sleep last night. I did not sleep last night, and if you keep watching this, you're probably not going to sleep either. So here I am, minding my own business on Reddit when I found Escaping Prison Planet. And for the next 3 hours, I dove too deep. Here's the gist of it. Essentially, we're all trapped here on Earth. We're all trapped here, and everything we know about, like all the religions that believe in reincarnation, all these different things, yeah, we keep coming back to this earth because there are astral beings that are harvesting our energy, and they are trapping us here. Sounds crazy, right?
I 100% believe that. Alex Jones talks about vampires, just sucking our energy and our life out of us.
Sounds crazy. Well, let's get into the details. Apparently, these beings that are controlling us are these reptilian beings that you always hear about. Well, let's dive into it. In Jainism and Hinduism, they have Nagas, half human, half serpent. The Aztec Empire talked about a serpent-like god that they called Quetzalcoatl. And don't tell me if I pronounced it right or wrong. I don't care, okay? Surely, 2 instances, right? This is just a coincidence. African shamans talk about the Shitari, and it is a race of reptilian beings. The Hopi Indians in North America had the Sheti, which translates to snake brothers. Chinese, Japanese, and Korean legends all talk about the Kappa. And Gnostic texts, which, if you don't know about the Gnostics, Gnosis just means knowledge, and basically what the Gnostics believed was after Christ died, you have to have particular knowledge that would save you. Well, the Gnostics, yeah, they believe in archons, which are parasitic entities that feed off of us. We're doing okay? We doing okay? So the question is why? What are these beings doing? Why are they here? Apparently, they have been involved from the foundations of human history in manipulating us, creating this soul trap, harvesting our energy. And what this theory proposes is essentially that light a tunnel that many people have talked about that have had near-death experiences or death experiences. Yeah, it's just to trick us, to essentially wipe us clean, send our souls back, and start the process again. So every major form of religion talks about how we have a soul. Well, we are a soul. We have a body, right? This body is essentially a rental car. And these beings, what they feed off of, what the energy they feed off of is this low vibrational energy. So whether it's stress, whether it's fear, whether it's contention, pain, grief, jealousy, rage, all of it, anxiety, that's what they feed off of. And so they manipulate and they toy with us and they do all these things to create this energy. Now, I don't know if this is true, but that kind of describes the world we live in. It kind of describes it pretty damn well. I mean, look what Tesla says. He says, if you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. What freaks me out the most is there's so many urban legends talking about these freaking reptilians. That motherfucker right there is not real, right? Like, everything that's going on in freaking Miami, like I think we can all agree that there's multiple dimensions, right? People having experiences on psychedelics where multiple people will take the same thing and they all go to another dimension and see the same thing. Like, how do you explain that? How do you explain that? Explain it to me, please. I'm going way too long with this and I haven't even freaking scratched the surface. But basically, we're just all here. Life is engineered to create this low vibrational energy. And what happens is when we die, when we go through that light tunnel, we're tricked into thinking, hey, you need to go back to Earth. There's more you need to learn, or there's karma you need to resolve, or, there's a higher purpose that you need to do. And we come back and it's the same thing. Listen, I'm a very spiritual person. Very spiritual. I believe all of us as humans are connected. I believe you look at every major world religion and there's commonalities, and that it's because it stems from this eternal knowledge. But this freaking scared the crap out of me. Because what if it's all just engineered to trick us? Anyways, I can dive deeper if you guys are interested, but if you're not, whatever. I'll just be sitting up at night, not being able to sleep.
That's actually crossed my mind before. I've spent lots of time thinking about that. And it's just an interesting theory. And it's a good one. I mean, none of us know why we're here. They just want to eat us alive. The DMT, though, never done it, but I would absolutely give it a try. It's not even a complete circle. which is interesting.
I've been looking through the files for the past week or so, and these are some of the most disturbing emails that I haven't seen people talking about. First of all, we have this one from someone named David Stern, sent to Jeffrey Epstein in 2014. And in this email in July of that year, David writes, "Can I rent Little St. James, or LSJ, question mark, question mark? I need a beach for the babies, exclamation mark, question mark," with no further context provided through that email. Then we have another email, once again, everything redacted except for the fact that this was sent to Jeffrey Epstein. As you can see, this time it's June of 2011. There is a photo attached to this email. Don't know what the photo is, couldn't find any information about that in the file. And it states, "Yay, soon we will have babies." So, what does that mean? Somebody is saying to Epstein that they're going to have babies soon? Well, Epstein, it is known, it's a fact, at least according to all mainstream reporting, Epstein never had children. So if Epstein never had children, who is emailing him about having babies? It's so strange. And then there's a photo attached.
What were the Simpsons trying to tell us?
We're unbalanced! It's not fair!
I'd like to call to order this secret conclave of America's media empires. We're here to come up with the next phony baloney crisis to put Americans back where they belong, in dark rooms glued to their televisions, too terrified to skip the commercials.
Well, I think...
NBC, you are here to listen and not speak. I think we should go with a good old-fashioned public health scare.
A new disease. No one's immune. It's like the summer of the shark, except instead of a shark, it's an epidemic. And instead of summer, it's all the time.
That is so...
Now, I hate to be the guy who derails what everybody else loves.
He loves being that guy.
But, Janice, we do have standards. This can't be a made-up disease. The only moral thing to do is release a deadly virus into the general public.
We do have something we've been holding on to, but it hasn't been tested. Get over here, NBC.
Well, we certainly believe in testing, but Wow. Oh, yeah.
So, we've got our deadly disease. Now, we just have to blame it on something that's in every household, something that people are a little bit afraid of already. House cat flu is coming, people. The Center for Disease Disinformation predicts with some degree of probability that the house cat flu might spread in the following hypothetical outbreak pattern. So petter beware, that warm body on your lap just might be ready to destroy your tender victuals. Springfielders are advised to stay tuned for more information if they experience any of the following.
The perfect storm. It's not fair. I'm such a cat person.
Symptoms: mild thirst, occasional hunger, tiredness at night.
Hurry up, boy! We have to burn everything the cat touched before the virus makes us paranoid!
We are the aliens. Or the aliens are us, however you want to look at it. I believe that these beings are humans millions of years from now. Just think about it. Any aliens that have ever been described have always been portrayed to be these humanoid figures or these humanoid extraterrestrial people. They always had a form of communication, a form of travel, a form of civilization or creating civilizations and being civilized and established. That's humans. But before you call me crazy, let me explain why I think this. We know Earth has been through 5 extinction level events. Extinction level events that basically reset life on Earth. And if you know anything about patterns, 9 times out of 10, it's going to happen again and again and again and again. So eventually humans will have to find a way to escape Earth or adapt to the environment that it becomes. A perfect example of that is the whale. A whale was not always a whale. A whale actually started as a hooved creature. almost deer-like. Over 2 million years, Earth went through a period of intense weather where it went from a hot and dry climate to an extremely wet climate, where it essentially rained for the entire time. Over that time, this caused the whale to evolve from a land-dwelling creature to having streamlined bodies, flippers, and tails. Just like we evolved from this, I think humans' next evolution will be extraterrestrial beings.
We're checking out more of the world's deadliest rabbit hole. I found a new use for my haunted doll. That's off topic though. Here is LHOHQ. It is a weird conspiracy website / art project made by some professor, and it's got a lot of creepy stuff on it. Today I want to see what's going on with this rainbow Ronald McDonald here. Yo, quick epilepsy warning. You need to click off right now if you have that. I tried to warn you. We got a lot of weird stuff going on right here. Obviously the flashing images. I feel like I'm some part of MK Ultra right now getting brainwashed. We've got a lot of links going on in here. US government resources, cybercrime.gov, but I don't know how much longer I can look at this. We're going to click on the Psychic Reprogramming Center, LHOHQ. Who is this? I don't know who this is. I can't show you guys the rest of this, I promise. Like I said, I can't show you guys what's above this, but we're on the same page. I mean, it has a lot to do with devil-worshipping PDFs. That's all I'll say. But here we have a little roadmap here, a little conspiracy board type thing, referencing Jimmy Savile. I mean, if you know, you know. Really bad guy right there. Definitely a lot of weird stuff shown this episode. So let me know what you guys think is going on with this.
Sorry to the family. Sorry to the family. I don't know if y'all heard this story with the 4-year-old boy from Pennsylvania. The boy and the mom come home, and the boy is eating a fucking lollipop, whatever, playing around, doing whatever. The mom off doing whatever. She goes back in the room. She finds this little boy unresponsive. And she like, what the fuck? She panicked. She called 911. Ambulance. I need an ambulance. My son, he's not moving. He's not breathing. They rush there, get the boy in the stretcher. They trying to do everything, get him back. They rush him to the hospital. So they performing all kind of tests on him. So now, the mom out there, she wondering what the fuck going on. They basically come out and tell her, sorry for your loss. What? The fuck you mean sorry for my loss? They go back, the police come down. They want to talk to, yo, what's going on? How your son died? They back there doing their own tests now. They doing on-site tests, whatever they can figure out. So the guy come out, one of the doctor guys come out like, yo, what the fuck? This kid had fentanyl in his system. She like, fentanyl? How we have fentanyl in his system? They like, I don't know. Police like, yeah, this is what we want to talk to you about. So she like, I don't know. We came from the store. You know, he went in the room. He was watching cartoons or whatever, eating his lollipop. I came back. I found him unresponsive. They goes back to the house. They take us back to the house. They start collecting all the evidence in his room, everything around him. You know, drink over here, lollipop on the floor, this, that, and the third. They do tests on this lollipop. Tell me why this lollipop had fentanyl in it. They tell yo, where you get this lollipop from? She like, I just got it from the store. They take her back to the store. Tell me why they gather some shit from the back of the store, take it, go do tests. 1 million cops run up in there. It's fucking lollipops and boxes of lollipops back there with fentanyl in it. That I guess somehow, it got mixed up in the front from what I was reading and I was told. And this little kid from Pennsylvania, 4-year-old, died from a motherfucking overdose from a lollipop, man. From a lollipop. It's in vapes. That shit is in fucking weed. That shit is in Hennessy. Like, is we under attack? What the fuck? Like, they done found the shit in food. Like, what the fuck going on? Like, this shit getting spooky.
I had even seen another video where someone stated that they were staying at a hotel. Well, not them personally, but that in the morning, you know, they make coffee. Somebody was drinking the coffee and started feeling tired and passed out. They called the ambulance and the person tested positive for fentanyl. Says, I don't do fentanyl. So they test everything there and it was in the coffee.
There's a peculiar suffering that comes with awareness, a kind of exile that happens not when you leave the world, but when you begin to truly see it. You sit down to watch a movie everyone loves, and within minutes, you're analyzing the manipulation tactics, the propaganda, the tired formulas. you're at a party, and instead of enjoying the moment, you're observing the social performances, the masks, the desperate need for validation in every conversation. You used to enjoy these things. You remember when a movie was just a movie, when small talk was comfortable, when you could lose yourself in the moment without your mind dissecting every layer of what was really happening. But something changed. You woke up, and now you can't go back to sleep. Today, we're exploring one of the most painful consequences of consciousness, the loss of simple pleasures. This isn't about being cynical or superior. This is about the genuine grief that comes when awareness strips away the capacity for innocent enjoyment. Alan Watts once observed that the price of consciousness is the loss of unconsciousness. And with that loss comes something most people never talk about.
One of the craziest ones. The day he was indicted in 2018, the very next day he ordered 330 gallons of sulfuric acid.
What?
Yes. He ordered 6 55-gallon drums of sulfuric acid to be delivered to the island. And so there's a lot of people online saying, oh, that was probably for his desalination plant. It's probably like a regular thing they need to order. But also, that's a lot of sulfuric acid. You know, if I needed 5 gallons for my desalination equipment, but 239 gallons or whatever it is to kids to fucking get rid of bodies.
Well, it's kind of hard to think of any other use for acid, just in general.
Here's the other thing. How long has it been killing people? How long have they been boiling bodies to get rid of them? So this is the conspiracy that drives me the most crazy, because I don't like it.
When you start going down all the rabbit holes, it leads to one final deception. That the tribulation already happened and biblical prophecy has been fulfilled. But everyone immediately asks this question. If Revelation already played out, then explain this. Revelation chapter 20 says, after the 1,000 years, Satan is released and deceives the nations. Not a few people, nations. So here's the question people ask. Where did all those people come from? Think about it. If the tribulation wiped everything out, if the resurrection already happened, then who's left for Satan to deceive? Because the Bible says, as numerous as the sand of the sea. That's not a small group, that's a massive population. So the people that survived but took the mark and did not make the first resurrection kept having families for generations. Because Revelation never says the earth becomes completely empty. It assumes something huge. Humanity continues, which means by the time Satan is released, described in Revelation 20 verse 7, after the 1,000 years are over, Satan will be set loose from his prison and he will go out to deceive the nations scattered over the whole world. That is Gog and Magog. Satan will bring them all together for battle, as many as the grains of sand on the seashore. So they spread out all over the earth and surrounded the camp of God's people and the city that he loves. But fire came down from heaven and destroyed them. The world is full again, cities, nations, people. So if we're in Satan's little season right now, you're not living after the end. We're living after a rebuilt world. And that raises a bigger question. What if history didn't restart the way you think? What if it just kept going and you were never told? Look at Tartaria and the land of Jesus wiped off maps and completely erased from history. So I'll ask you, if all that already happened, did we come from those that took the mark of the beast?
There's a trend going around right now of parents explaining why they don't allow their kids to have sleepovers. Wanted to give you a different perspective because I haven't seen it yet. I talk about it all the time on my page. Some of you might know, some of you might not know, but I worked in a men's prison, a level 5 men's prison for a little while. And my captain didn't really like me being around inmates. He didn't want any female around inmates, and these are his words, not mine. Don't come at me, but especially not a young, attractive one. So he would try his hardest to keep me away from them, put me on post, whatever he could think of. Well, they're, Florida Department of Corrections, so we're always short-staffed. So there was one night that he was like, hey, I'm going to go put you in C dorm. You need anything, you give us a call. I'm like, cool. What dorm is C dorm? And they're like, oh, it's the Chomo dorm. Chomo is the child molester dorm. They do have to have their own special dorm, because if not, they will all be killed, which, what a shame that would be. But anyways, and I remember I went in there my first night. I didn't know what to expect, because, like, what do you expect when you're about to go work with a bunch of kitty diddlers? And definitely not what I expected, though. And I say that because they were all so nice and, like, extremely respectful. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Please. Thank you. Whenever you get a chance. Like, most inmates, they're not the nicest, but all of these guys were so incredibly nice, so respectful. They never gave me a hard time. They never harassed me. Probably because I'm not their type, but whatever. And that was probably the scariest thing, was that I think that we think that these monsters look like monsters. They don't. They look like young men or old men, whatever, but they look nice and they have good manners and they're respectful. But that's part of the charm, right? Because they gotta get you to trust them. They're good at it. Like, they're scary good at it. They are incredibly just chill, very respectful, very nice. They would always be more than willing to help me with anything that I needed. Miss B, do you need this? Miss B, can I help you with that? Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Please. Thank you. It's just, and that was the scariest part, though, about working with them. Like, that was when the realization hit me. Like, all of y'all have hurt a child. You wouldn't be in here unless you had hurt a child in some way, shape, or form. And there was very particular inmates that I would go home and look up, which they don't want you to do that. They say it's a no-no, but, like, let's be for real. Everybody goes home and looks up what they're in there for. And you go and you look up what they're in there for, and there's no words. But anyways, you don't know what goes on at other people's homes. And also, I don't think we talk about it enough, but not just men hurt children. Not just men hurt children. Sadly, women do too. We are all that our kids have. We are it. We are their protector. We are their provider. We are their advocate. We are their voice when they don't have one. And I'm not shaming anybody for having sleepovers. To each your own. Personally, it's an absolute heck no for me, because I have seen what these monsters look like, and it's not what you would think. And I think that is just freaking terrifying. And you have to look out for your kid no matter what. Like, no matter what. Kids are so vulnerable and they trust everybody. I can tell you, when I was a kid, especially growing up, because my dad wasn't really in the picture all that much, I trusted every man. I just wanted a dad so badly. Like, I just wanted someone to give me that attention that I needed. And if I would have been left with the wrong person, that wouldn't have gone well for me. And we have to protect our children. And just please remember that monsters don't look like monsters. Monsters look like really nice guys. That goes for a lot more than just with kids too. We got to protect our kids, and you don't know anybody. You don't know their intentions. You don't know their motives. You just don't know. And I think that's why it's really important to not do sleepovers. As much as we would love to give our kids that, childhood that we had growing up. And I'm not saying that it didn't happen back then, because obviously it did, but, like, things have changed a lot, even just in the past 10 years. And just from someone that has up close and personal worked with, been in a room with 120 plus human garbage bags before, it's not worth it. Y'all, there was pastors in there, there's judges in there doctors in there, there was men that had daughters in there, even if their daughter wasn't the one that they hurt, which most of the time it was. You just don't know anybody, and you can't trust anybody. Because people can have a good face, but you have no idea what demon is hiding underneath that face. And unfortunately, you probably won't know until your kid tells you, or you find out. Is that worth it? Not to me. That's just my opinion.
And that's the sad part, is that it could be anybody. Could be anybody. Doctor, lawyer, one of your best friends. Like, you would never know until it happened. And then hopefully your child would be brave enough to tell you that it happened. I'm just not going to let that situation even have an opportunity. My kids stay with me 24/7. And that's it. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Your
Data centers are fusion centers, and your fusion centers are data centers. They are both the same thing, so let's get into it. Every time I come across one of these videos, they're always like, yeah, data centers are fusion centers. Go do your research. Go look it up. Yeah, you're just trying to grab views. It doesn't kill you to explain a couple words, so let me do it for you. Water encoding, not cooling. Water holds memory. You are water. They need to encode you. Have a good day.
Anybody see that movie as a child or even recently as an adult? Since when did Babe have hair? I do not remember that pig having hair. They're messing with us. They are totally trolling us. CERN is trolling us.
There is a really interesting theory going around from some people who believe that the Garden of Eden is located underneath the ice of Antarctica. News broke the other day that a prehistoric world was discovered right beneath the ice of Antarctica, full of mountains, lakes, and valleys. And it's no secret that Antarctica used to be a place vibrant with green grass, all type of plants, and even multiple animals. If the Garden of Eden is located in Antarctica, it would make sense as to why they don't want anyone going there. In the Bible, God put an angel with a flaming sword at the entrance of the garden so no man can enter it again. So if the Garden of Eden was discovered by the general public and people trying to enter it got stopped by an angel, there'd be no question about the existence of God.
Here's what's at the bottom of the Epstein rabbit hole.
Congratulations, you've made it to the bottom of the Epstein rabbit hole. Pay close attention. Jeffrey Epstein was on the board of directors for an organization called the Lifeboat Foundation.
That was Jelane's organization. I'll talk about it in previous episodes. Go check it out.
He was also on the board of directors for an organization called Teachers in Space. Look them both up. They actually exist. They have websites. They don't even try to hide what they're doing. The Lifeboat Foundation builds giant underground cities, okay? They openly advertise it, and for a fee and with an application letter, they might accept you to join their little society where they apparently have whole cities underground. They also advertise being able to take the clients off-world in the event of a catastrophe. And it's really interesting because Teachers in Space also talks about taking payloads off-world, which is all really weird, right? It gets even more interesting. You see, Donald Barr was the one who inducted Jeffrey Epstein with zero experience into the Dalton Institute, where he was a teacher. Donald Barr wrote a really interesting book called Relations in Space about an aristocratic elite trafficking children into space. Are you following me here? What's even weirder is the district attorney that was supposed to prosecute Jeffrey Epstein and bring him to justice was literally William Barr, Donald Barr's son. Now, the Lifeboat Foundation is really interesting because in 1996, they pioneered wireless money transfers. They're the second organization in the world to ever do this. This is a decade or two before Bitcoin even was a concept, right? So you got an organization that is doing wireless money transfers that are untraceable, large sums of money, and they're building giant underground infrastructures. It gets even weirder. I found out through looking on archive.org that Lifeboat Foundation has a homeless youth outreach program. And they used to have a whole station in Rhinelander, Wisconsin, and a whole board of people. They're all out of the Rhinelander, Wisconsin area. And they had this meeting in 2017, a homelessness problem-solving meeting, right? So you have an organization that's interested in homeless youth, interested in wireless money transfers, and interested in underground infrastructure. I don't know if you guys heard about Sasha Riley, but he's telling the truth. He was trafficked by the Epstein elite. He was in snuff films that he survived, but he witnessed people get unalived. And what I'm telling you is it gets crazier. The reason why Epstein surrounded himself with a scientific elite is because he was doing human cloning and he was doing consciousness transferal and stuff like this. I swear to God, I know this gets crazy, but it's true. And what I'm telling you is he had celebrities down there. He had a cloning center down there. And I know because I was in some of these films. They're on the dark web. I'm in films on the dark web, okay? And what they're going to try to say is it's all a...
When was the last time you saw Olivia Wilde? And why do I ask that? Because Olivia Wilde was out doing a press conference recently, and she was unrecognizable, leaving some fans asking the question, what happened to Olivia Wilde? Take a look at this for yourself.
When I read the script,
I used to think that woman was so beautiful. Now she just looks like she's lost way too much weight and she's like shriveling up before our very eyes.
I started set in San Francisco, and Rashida Jones and Will McCormick had made that decision, and I was so immediately intrigued because I do love the city, and I feel that it's so telling when a script sets a very specific location. You can.
Do you guys think that that's Ozempic? Like, because it's all the stars. Has Ozempic taken over Hollywood? Or, I mean, they've always all been on drugs, but like they've never looked like this. Something is happening to all of them that's affecting them in this way. What do you think it is?
Tell what that's supposed to mean and what it means about these characters.
What is going on? Who is that? Is that the Olivia Wilde that you're used to seeing? This is the Olivia Wilde that I'm used to seeing. So who is this Olivia Wilde? The question needs to be asked. Has Hollywood claimed another celebrity? And once again, I totally understand that people can change with age. But a lot of these Hollywood celebrities are just not looking the same. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. And as always, I'd love to hear from you.
There was a new leaked document. Epstein had a roadmap called What If I Get Caught?
This is an email from May 1st, 2009. It says, Mr. Epstein, Dr. Jarecki asked me to send you the following notes along with the statement, quote, I'm thinking of writing a new book and I need a co-author. That's exactly the cover I would use too.
Yeah,
it's like
good.
the O.J. Simpson, if I did it.
Yeah,
Not saying I did. But I'm going to write a book that said, if I did, here's how I would have done it. And obviously, that means I didn't do it, right? Like, same kind of vibes here.
I was about 6 years old, and when the whole OJ thing scandal happened, and I remember my parents watching the car chase on the news, and I was like, what's going on? What happened? I remember seeing his big white Bronco just hauling ass down the road on TV.
But it says, what if I get caught? And it's got a bunch of segments right here. The first segment, trouble avoidance. Computer security, telephone security, avoid signing, check out what's legal, have a fall guy, avoid learning about illegal acts of others, give no advice that aid and abets, don't hold stolen goods, safe uses of private detectives, accomplice use and law, wife testimony, so you gotta make sure she shuts the up. Avoid trackable expenditure, meaning don't use credit cards. And then it talks about safe houses, disguises, plastic surgeon, document generation, birth certificate, driver's license, creating a new identity.
Call up your friend, Palm Beach Pete.
You know, Epstein's apparently dead, right? That's what they told us.
That's what they say.
That's what they say.
Oh my God.
We all know that he's not dead.
4 different types of extraterrestrial alien species have been recovered from UFO crash sites. That's according to a man, a doctor, who worked with these government agencies. Dr. Hal Puthoff, pictured here, claims that at least 4 different types of extraterrestrial aliens have been recovered from crash sites here on the Earth by the government. He even goes into detail what these different types of extraterrestrials are like. So let me just tell you. So here are those 4 types. The insectoids, the greys, the reptilians, and the Nordics. Let's look into this a little deeper. So according to Dr. Hal Puthoff, who was an advanced aerospace weapons programmer, these are the 4 main species of extraterrestrial life that have come here to Earth on multiple occasions and might still be here now. The first is the insectoids, which look a lot like a praying mantis, but a human-sized one. Then you got the greys, you know those tiny little skinny extraterrestrials with the big black eyes? Followed by the reptilians, which are well over 6 feet and basically look like a reptile, hence the word reptilian. Then come the Nordiques that all look like they're from Sweden. So Dr. Puthoff, who has made this statement, isn't just spouting off. The things he's talking about, these 4 different types of extraterrestrials, are in the government's own documents. Yes, if you look through the disclosed UFO files, you'll see all 4 of these types of extraterrestrials mentioned. So is it true? Maybe. But a couple things are for sure. Number 1, Dr. Puthoff has said it and he believes it. The government has files on it, so they probably believe it. And all over the world, not just the United States, people have seen these things. So judge for yourself, make up your own mind, and let me know in the comment section. Shabadoo Booshkies, Shabadoo.
If you're wondering when they started working on the vaccine, it was in 2024. The vaccine for hantavirus started in development in 2024. Yet here we are, 2020. Now scientists, a group of international scientists, are frantically trying to find a vaccine because somehow the new strain of this horrible virus that was typically not spread human to human is now spreading human to human. I find it quite interesting. You know what else I find very interesting? Is that today, Moderna's stock went up 10%.
Of course it did. Of course it did.
I don't want to fearmonger, and I don't want to cause trouble, but I think we can all agree that we may have been here before. And was COVID a test? I don't know. But I'm starting to get really mad about being played with as a human race. Be safe out there.
Look, that's our ship! Purple!
An emergency message. Outbreak of the deadly virus is spreading rapidly.
A virus?
Worrying new challenge in efforts to contain the hantavirus.
All we want right now is to feel safe.
For now, nobody is being allowed off the boat.
All ships must remain at sea.
Have fun! My booze!
It's the same disease that killed Betsy Arakawa.
The shot that everybody's been getting, you know, a couple times a year, their boosters, was saying that one of the side effects was a hantavirus pulmonary infection. So is that what this hantavirus came from? Was everybody's booster shot?
Life of late actor Gene Hackman.
According to the newspaper, FEMA was called out to manage an outbreak of the hantavirus. I'm saying it wasn't the hantavirus.
They're buying it. They're buying it.
Your father and I were recruited for a project. They told us it was biological warfare or a virus. What killed those men? A silent weapon for a quiet war.
I am at a loss for words because there is too many words to say. I forget what they called these. So, sure, it looks like a freezer, but it's cleared out. So they're not freezing any food. What do they call it? It's not like oh, there it is. Hashtag KILL room. Holiday joy. What? Where is this? Working overtime. Not sure what to make of that one. Long Dong Pizza Shop. New name. Hashtag no more. Hashtag children. Okay, obviously. My husband just got a promotion. I'm pregnant and we just bought our first house. What have you been up to? Like, why is this on a pizza parlor's Instagram? That piñata was filled with what? The pandas. If you've seen one of my previous episodes, we covered that. Let me look up what episode it was for you guys. Okay, so my episode 20, I did the darkest e-files I've seen so far. And I covered what the panda eyes means. So if you guys want to go back and watch that one, it's a little bit graphic and I'm just not going to cover it again. Why does daddy like butt? So that is a coffin that could fit a small child in it. And they're trying to say that the pea gate wasn't real. I watched documentaries on it, and man, I believe it. I believe all of it. Thanks for joining me today. I hope that you at least got a kick out of some of the videos. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe. You know, it'll really help with my channel growth. I'm having a bit of a slow growth, trying not to compare myself to other creators. It is hard, but I'm just going to keep on going until I get there. In this corner will be my playlist. Please check it out. And in this corner will be the next suggested video, which is my most current upload previous to this one. Thanks, everybody. Be safe out there. Make smart decisions. Use common sense. And until next time.